Coach Martin, second year leading the Mavericks. What are your thoughts heading into the season?
Well, we're excited for the season. I think we've had a lot of improvement in our player personnel. I think we've had a lot of improvement as far as coaches being on the same page. And more importantly, I think our players really understand our expectations. I think their work ethic has been phenomenal, both in the offseason coming into this season. And what else is exciting is we've had just some great retention as far as the learning process in our players. And so now, instead of just the coaches doing the coaching on the field, we've got older players that are helping coach younger guys, which is both helping the older guys know the system better, but it's also really helping the learning curve of the young guys.
What has been the biggest surprise for you this season?
Well, I think the biggest surprise is just really the total buy-in by the players. I think right now they have great expectation of this season, and I think that they've had a major change both in the attitude, the work ethic, and I think we've made changes in the weight room where our strength has gotten better. And I think that right now, really the big thing is last year at this point, even as coaches, we would go into things and it was just different because where I'd been and where Coach Auer and Coach Boyle, where we had been at programs that we expected to win, last year we could tell as a coaching staff our players didn't necessarily fully expect to win. I think one of the best surprises this year, which is what we wanted, is our players fully expect to win.
Coach, Menlo coming in on Saturday, they already have a game under their belt. What have you seen from them?
Well, obviously, their first game will help them in their transition coming into the second game. Everybody always talks about the most improvement kind of being between the first and second games. I think from them we're going to see basically an offense that they tend to be kind of a West Coast style offense. They still run some traditional power, some ISO plays, but they like to throw some of the quick passing game. They'll do a little bit of the play action to try to take some shots down the field. They tie in some screen game offensively. So it's a standpoint that we have to be sound. We have to be great tackling on the defensive side to keep them from making some big plays. I think that on the defensive side, they're very multiple. They give a lot of different fronts. And that they do pressure some. They play a lot of man coverage. But, I mean, it's a standpoint that I think they do a lot of defensive line games, not a lot of real blitzing, but a lot of defensive line games. They try to play the multiple fronts to create some blocking confusion. And so I think for us offensively, we just have to take care of the football. We have to stay sound in what we're doing. Understand that once in a while they're going to blitz or stun into basically create a dead play. And other times it's going to create a gash play for us, and that's when we have to execute. And in special teams, they're very, very sound in what they do. They like to really get after it. And so in the special teams area, it's going to challenge us to make sure our protection is great, and at the same time, our leverage as far as our coverage situations have to be good. So I think it'll be a great opener for us.